Good evening. Let's talk about a couple different issues in the Trump world this evening. First, and I assume you know, but previously Marjorie Taylor Greene had sold a lot of stock before President Trump announced that he was going to impose significant tariffs. It also turns out Secretary of Transportation Duffy had sold stock 2 days before those proposed tariffs were announced, which was about a month or two before they went into effect for a little bit. Graft is throughout the administration. Let's talk for a minute about the some of the cuts that Trump has already made, because we're seeing the effects with FEMA not able to respond and failed to respond to storm events in Kansas where people died, and the Weather Service has had to cut back on the staffing at various facilities around the country so that there was not adequate warning for the storms that took place last week. It should be noted in both those storms, people died, and President Trump was too busy talking about how much money he was making and bringing into the country. Allegedly, his numbers have no relationship to reality, as I mentioned earlier. Has not said a word about the families and the communities that have been devastated by these tornadoes and storms, because he's only interested in one thing, that's money. I might also note that he has called for whatever significant investigations are versus investigations into Bruce Springsteen, Beyonce, and Oprah Winfrey for their support of Kamala Harris, and the thought police are out there on a daily basis. I would note that a lot of them seem to be wearing masks because instead of being prideful of what they're doing, they're obviously ashamed of it and don't want their friends and neighbors know how they're operating. It looks like a Soviet secret police, which should come as no surprise because Trump and Putin seem to be the best of friends, and no matter what Putin does in Ukraine, Trump says, well, it's worrisome, and maybe he's getting aggravated by it. Well, he sure as hell ought to get aggravated by it, because Putin started a war that he shouldn't have, and people are dying, and the brave people of Ukraine have put up with this aggression for 3 years to defend their homeland and defend what is right. Trump's never defended anything that was right. And as proof of that, he has rescinded the protective immigration status of 350,000 Venezuelans who left that totalitarian regime, and is getting ready to send those people back to Venezuela. I also might note that the MAGA Republicans have put together a bill which at least has come out of committee and will go to vote at 1 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, at a time when there's been virtually no debate and no public debate on a 1,150-page bill. That bill that has been estimated by the Congressional Budget Office will add at least $5 trillion or more to the national debt, which will mean the loss of insurance coverage for about 8 million people or more, excuse me, and will increase over 6 years the federal income taxes of people making over $15,000 by 74%. These are figures that have come from people who've studied the proposed legislation. This is the type of thing that is being proposed so that billionaires can make more money, and everybody else, you, me, and people who are not nearly as well off, will be paying the steepest price, both financially and personally and health-wise. This is what's going on over the next several days as we head into Memorial Day. And it's particularly ironic because we're trying to think of those people who gave the ultimate sacrifice to this country to protect what we had and protect the freedoms that we've had for 200, excuse me, about 250 years that Trump is trying to strip away from us, along with his MAGA colleagues in the House and probably the Senate.